Welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will be reading 3 scary true last day of school stories. Our first story is called A Stalker's Message. I was in 8th grade, and it was the last day of school. I was sitting in homeroom waiting for the bell to ring so I could go enjoy my summer vacation, when suddenly I noticed a signature in my yearbook that I did not see before. It was from a kid named Samuel Robinson III, who I had never met, and it read, "Hags, I'll be seeing you again." I thought it was weird, but I just shrugged it off and waited for the bell to ring. After school, I went straight home and got ready for my sleepover. I invited 2 of my best friends over, and we were just hanging out in my room talking when we heard a loud, rhythmic knocking on the door. My mom always told me to never open the door if I was home alone, so I just ignored it. But then my friends started getting scared because they thought it might be a serial killer or something, so I got up to go check. I opened the door a crack and asked who was there and what they wanted, and it was Samuel Robinson III. He said that he just wanted to give me this, and he was holding a rose in a small box. I told him that I didn't want it and to go away, but he kept insisting. So finally, I just told him to go away. And he knocked again and said, "You know what? I'm just gonna come in." And I opened the door wider and he just barged in. We started arguing and he kept calling me a hag. And then my friend yelled, "Get out, creepy stalker." And that's when he started getting really angry. He started yelling and saying stuff like, "Oh, so you think I'm a stalker? I can be a stalker if I want to, you know, and I can kill you." And I immediately started freaking out and slammed the door in his face. Then he started pounding on the door and screaming, and my mom came running. She opened the door and screamed at him to get out, and he eventually did. Our next story is called Antagonizing a Homeless Man. This happened on the last day of school, senior year. My friends and I were drinking at the top of the campus clock tower. We were celebrating the end of the year and just having fun. On our way home, we walked past this guy in the middle of a crosswalk. He was clearly a tweaker though, a homeless person. My buddy started screaming at him to get out of the crosswalk, and the homeless guy just stared at us and then crossed the street. I didn't think much of it, but my buddy was pissed and kept yelling, "Hey, watch it, you dirty homeless bum." The homeless guy just kept walking. About 10 minutes later, I was outside going to grab my food when my buddy wasn't there, so I went to look for him. When I went outside, I saw the homeless guy standing there looking at me. I was like, oh no, he followed me. The guy came up behind me and put a rope around my neck and started strangling me. I immediately started freaking out and elbowed him in the face as hard as I could. He fell to the ground and I ran inside to get help. He ran off and I never saw him again. And our last story is called A Strange Student. In 7th grade, there was this kid named Sven. All the other kids called him weird. Sven was a loner and would sit by himself at lunch. One time during recess, I saw him cutting worms in half. Another time, he brought a lizard to school and flushed it down the toilet. On the last day of school, he was acting even weirder than usual. We were in class when the fire alarm went off. The police showed up and told us to call our parents. They said that we were being let out early because there was a problem with the building. My parents later told me that a group of kids who didn't go to our school snuck in and they were planning to set the building on fire. They never caught these kids. But what was really weird is that one of the teachers later told me that she saw Sven letting the kids in through the side fence during recess. That was the end of the episode. And if you like this video, please subscribe and have a good one.